I'm Charlie George and you're watching GoonerTube.
Hello and welcome to the GoonerTube Transfer Show, a show that's going to be going out a couple of times a week, and we're going to be talking about all the latest things that are going on at Arsenal Football Club regarding the comings and goings of players. The other things that we're going to be doing at GoonerTube is we're going to be doing reviews and preview shows. We're also going to be doing some nostalgia shows. Look out for those. Those are really, really good. And we're going to be appealing to supporters of all ages, all over the globe, to come with us on this journey as we talk everything Arsenal. Now, if we're going to be talking about transfers, let's talk about someone who isn't necessarily going to be coming to the club, but someone who is already at the club, but just needs to put pen to paper, and we all know who that person is, and that is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Now, I was at the Armoury shop today at the Arsenal, and I have to say that everywhere you go in that shop, there are pictures of Pierre. Behind the counter, as I was paying for the stuff, I saw pictures of him with the other Arsenal players, and he's pretty much everywhere you go in that shop. So that tells me a lot about the fact that Pierre is going to be staying at the club. I'd like to think so anyway, unless Arsenal have got something else up their sleeve, I don't know. But it looks as if he's staying at the club. And today there was a tweet by David Ornstein, and he is talking about the situation. And I quote David's tweet by saying that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is to end speculation over his Arsenal future by signing a new 3-year contract, which will enable him to become the best paid Arsenal player. And the fact that Arteta was involved and his relationship with Pierre means that he will be staying at the club. And it does make you wonder that if it wasn't for the likes of Arteta being manager at the club, would Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang have been making his way out of the door? Well, we will never know, because Arteta has obviously come into the club and he's stamped his authority, and I think he's proved to Pierre that his future lies with Arsenal Football Club. And on a personal level, I'm so pleased that Pierre will be putting pen to paper. It means so much to Arsenal supporters to know that he feels really comfortable around the club, and he wants to carry on how he's been going and score more goals and hopefully help us to win some more trophies in the future. Now, here's a player that was on his way apparently to Newcastle, and that's Rob Holding. But it seems that there's been a massive U-turn in that deal, which I'm really, really pleased about. Rob was on his way to, as I say, to Newcastle with the possibility of either a loan deal or a permanent deal. And it seems that at the last moment, Arsenal themselves, whether it was a combination of Mikel and Edu, or it was just as a whole, that Arsenal have decided to keep hold of Rob. And frankly, I think they've made a really, really good decision. We know for a fact that Shkodran Mustafi and Pablo Mari are still injured, and they are on the mend, but they're still injured. And also there's talk that David Luiz has also suffered an injury. We're not quite sure to the extent of the injury, but it's believed that David Luiz has suffered an injury, which means that we're going to need that extra cover. But it's not just about cover for me. I think Rob, as long as he can stay injury free and gets a run in the team, can be a fine player for Arsenal. And I think he's developed really, really well, and he's obviously developed even more under Mikel Arteta. And I think it's really important we keep hold of Rob. So I'm glad that the U-turn has happened and he's now staying at the club. Here's a man, Emi Martinez, and Aston Villa have been slowly increasing their bids for Emi up to the intended valuation that Arsenal have put on him of £20 million. Again, here's a player that I wish we wouldn't have to be talking about in the transfer show, but unfortunately we are talking about him because Aston Villa are increasing their bids, and it seems they're still interested in Emi Martinez. And seeing as that Pepe Reina has now gone to Lazio and Tom Heaton is injured, I believe it's a knee injury that's holding him out of the team, they're looking for a keeper and they want to get a quality keeper. And Emi Martinez at the same time is going to want to play first team football. Now, how much of that he's going to get once Bernd Leno comes back into the side, if he comes back into the side. I mean, personally, I would keep Emi in as number one and maybe have Bernd then start fighting it out with Emi for that number one spot. What would you do? Let us know in the comments below. I'm not so sure if we should sell him. But having said that, here's a man that wants to try and get to be the number one at Argentina in the national team, Argentina. And so he's going to want to be playing first team football for a Premier League side. So I wouldn't blame him if he went. However, I don't particularly want Emi Martinez to leave this club. He's been here a long time. He's part of the Arsenal family and he's a fine goalkeeper. And I honestly believe that, you know, the strength for Arsenal will begin at the back. And to have two brilliant goalkeepers at the club, you couldn't ask for more than that, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. Now then, Hector Bellerin. Barcelona have held talks with Arsenal's technical director regarding, that's Edu, regarding Hector Bellerin. And according to reports in Spain, Barcelona are very, very interested in taking Hector back to Barcelona. As you know, we got him, I think it was at the tender age of about 16 from the academy there. And are we open to selling Bellerin? We've got Cedric and we've got Maitland-Niles who can both work that right back position. Personally, I'm one of those people that I did like Hector. I think he's an asset to the club and I think he's a very positive person probably to be around in the dressing room. It's believed that he is that type of person. He loves the club, obviously, but since that injury, he hasn't quite been the same player. And I think if we're going to have to raise funds to finance other deals, then maybe Bellerin might have to be sold to the likes of Barcelona. Let's hope he doesn't come back and haunt us if he does end up at Barcelona. But give us your thoughts on that one. As I said, we've got Ainsley Maitland-Niles and we've got Cedric in that right back position. Do we need three right backs? And if we don't, then who should go? And I honestly believe that Bellerin should maybe look for pastures new. Whether he wants to go is another thing, but I think Arsenal probably will need to cash in. I think the amount that they're looking at is very variable. I've heard people talking about 22 million. I've heard people talking about 25 million. I've even heard people talking about 35 million. Not quite sure if we get that for Hector Bellerin, but he's still not. He's in his prime now, and he could be an asset to any club. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. I think somewhere around the £25 million mark would probably be a good price for Hector Bellerin. So what about this young man, Aouar? Now Arsenal have been reportedly given a bit of a boost in their pursuit of this young man. Lyon are holding out for £55 million. We know that Aouar has played a really starring role, and with Lyon reaching the Champions League semi-finals, which was a fantastic feat for them. And you know, he's been outstanding. Aouar has been outstanding, almost sometimes single-handedly. You know, doing things with Lyon that another player of his tender years probably couldn't do. There's only been a few that have been able to do that over the years, and it seems that Aouar has become a real prize asset for Lyon, and they're holding out for a maximum amount because he's on a contract that's still going to be running for another couple of years. Now, there's Aouar, and of course, one person we haven't spoken about in this transfer show, and that is Thomas Partey. Well, I mean, if we were to get both of those players, can you imagine? With the fact that we're looking over £100 million for two players, it just means that we would then have to offload some of the other players. Let us know your thoughts about the players you think we should let go. I think there are some obvious ones, but maybe some that aren't so obvious, and also are players that many of us would like to keep. So we're talking about Martinez, Bellerin, Kolasinac, El Neni, Torreira, and possibly even Lacazette. So that's all we're going to be talking about today. As far as transfers are concerned, there are lots more, and we're going to be hitting you with some more in just a few days' time. The season is about to start, and we're all really, really excited here at GoonerTube. And as I said before, we are going to be presenting you with lots and lots of content. So keep it GoonerTube if you can. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button and press the notification bell so you don't miss any more content that we're going to be putting out. We're also available on Insta, on Twitter and on Facebook, so you can catch us on any one of those. And we're really looking forward to this journey, and we hope you can come with us on that journey as well. So for now, I'm going to bid you farewell, and we'll see you very, very soon. We're going to be doing a preview show this week for the Fulham match, and we're also going to be doing some reviews with some fans and friends of ours who are going to be giving you reviews of the game on Saturday against Fulham at Craven Cottage. So look out for that one as well. Until then, we'll see you soon. All the best. Bye for now.